37,684 people are asking this one question: how to remove a paid collection from their credit report using the CFPB. And I'm gonna walk you through a 7-step process of what you need to do to knock them collections off your credit report. So grab a pen, get some paper, and let's get straight into it. So I was on a Zoom call with this young lady, and she's probably having the same or similar issues that you're having. But before we got on the Zoom call, she reached out to me via email, and it was, man, she was upset. She was like, I paid this credit repair company, this, and this, and I haven't seen no results, and I'm just frustrated because I tried, and she was going on and on and on. And she was like, can we get on a call? And I was like, oh no, man. But we got on the call, and she was just telling me some of the problems that she was having. Like, she was like, yo, I paid this, I was paying for these collections. Well, they haven't removed it from my report. I heard this on Facebook, and I just been trying to do certain things. I'm trying to qualify for a home, and she was just going on. So I was like, first and foremost, when you pay a collection, right, it doesn't 100% guarantee it's gonna come off if you haven't communicated that with the collection agency. So that's first thing. If you pay the credit repair company, they're doing their job, they're sending the letters, but sometimes the credit bureaus are like to play crazy. So as you know, the credit bureaus act crazy. So I'm basically going to break down the same process that I told her on what she can do to qualify for a home, the same process what you can do to remove them paid collections off your credit report. And I'm just going to walk you through the whole process. So let's just get into it. First things first, you want to order your reports. One from Identity IQ, one from annualcreditreport.com, and you want to call Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, and order your report. Here's why. The one from Identity IQ is going to have a lot of information that's going to allow you to use that as leverage to get that paid collection deleted. Here's what I mean. According to 15 USC 1681 EB, everything has to be complete and accurate on your report. If you go read that law, guess what? When you look at that report, it's going to show a lot of inconsistent information that's going to allow you to use that as leverage to get that paid collection off your report. And the one from annualcreditreport.com and the one that when you call the credit bureaus, if you ever want to sue the credit bureaus, guess what? That's the only report. I was talking to my lawyer, and that's the only report that holds up in court. So if you ever want to talk to a consumer lawyer, that's the report that you're going to need to actually sue them. All right. So make sure you get all 3 reports first. That paid collection on your credit report is probably attached to outdated information. It's probably attached to an address that you lived at like years ago, right? So here's what you need to do. Here's what you want to do. You want to go to Experian, create a free account. What you want to do is act like you're about to dispute online, but what you're going to see is crazy. You're going to see different variations of your first name, different variations of your last name, different variations of your address. You're going to see phone numbers that probably don't belong to you no more. You're probably going to see a job that you worked at. You probably don't work there no more. You're probably going to see your spouse name on there that don't belong there. What you want to do is clean all that personal information up. But most importantly, what you're going to see is those different addresses. You're going to be able to see what address is attached to what specific account. And that's very important, because if you can find the address that is attached to that collection and remove it, guess what? You're just making it hard for the credit bureaus to verify that specific account. So what you want to do is clean up your personal information, then create a letter telling the credit bureaus to remove that outdated information from your credit report. All right, send it to Experian, send it to TransUnion, send it to Equifax. Make sure you send it certified. Add 2 forms of identification. Now, if the credit bureaus play crazy, let me show you how to file a complaint. Let's create an account with a CFPB. So, all right, you should be on the screen to look similar to this. All right, so all you got to do is just Google CFPB, create account. Once you click on create account, click on submit a complaint. Now, once you're on there, now it should be on this screen. Now, once you're on this screen and logged in, just go to credit reporting. All right. You just want to click on credit reporting and then scroll all the way down to the bottom and click on credit reporting again, and then click on next. Once you're on the screen, it should be similar to this. What we want to do now is just click on incorrect information. And then once you're here, scroll all the way down to the bottom, click on personal information is incorrect. Click on have you already tried to fix this problem? Yes. Did you request information from the company? No. And then click on that. So we're only addressing this to one specific credit bureau. All right. We don't want to mix this up with Experian, TransUnion, Equifax. We only want to be talking to one person. All right. I looked at my report. It should be simple. I looked at my Experian report on January 1st, 2024, and still noted Experian is still reporting incorrect personal information. I sent the letter on December 15, 2023. Here's my tracking number 1234, and I'm telling them to update and delete my incorrect personal information. All right. Make it simple. I had to make it too long. All right. And then what you want to do now is just scroll down all the way to the bottom and just say
All you got to do is just say delete incorrect personal information, and you just type it out, right? All right. Now, once you type that out, you want to attach. You can attach the letter that you sent to Experian. Remember, we're only talking about Experian. Attach that letter and then click on next. Now we should be on a screen that looks similar to this. All right. So what we want to do now is look for Experian. So look for Experian because we're only talking to Experian. On that one, Experian Information Solution. Click on Social Security, name as appears on your credit report, date of birth. Make sure you put your last four, your social, date of birth, and name as it appears on your Experian report. Just double check that. Do you want to complain with another company? No. Then what you want to do is click on next. Once you click on next, it should be on the screen to make sure you verify, make sure everything is correct, and just click submit.
So as you're fixing your credit, I don't want this to happen to you because this happened to a lot of people. They fall for this trap, and I don't want it to happen to you, all right? These banks buy your information, and guess what? They hit you with them pre-approval offers, and they get most people because as you're fixing your credit, they say, hey, you look good for this credit card, but you don't want to be applying for credit as you're fixing your credit, all right? So most banks buy your information, and when you reach a certain credit score, guess what? They notice that, hey, this person is improving their credit. Guess what? Let me hit them with this offer, all right? So to avoid that, what you want to do is go to optoutprescreen.com, all right? Go to optoutprescreen.com, and we're going to opt out from getting these pre-approval offers. Yes, sometimes they still get us with the pre-approval offer. They'll send it to us. However, to avoid most pre-approval offers, we need to opt out and go to optoutprescreen.com so we can opt out of actually getting tempted. Because if you get tempted, you might be like, hey, nah. All right, let's go to optoutprescreen.com and let's be good. All right, when it comes to fixing our credit. What we want to do is create a letter based off of 15 USC 1681I. We're telling the credit bureaus to reinvestigate the completeness and accuracy of those paid collections or any other negative accounts on your credit report. Do you remember when you looked at Identity IQ and you saw that, hey, those specific accounts, the date open, date last active, payment status, the different stuff is reported incorrectly, all right? When you look at TransUnion, when you look at Experian, when you look at Equifax, it's reporting different information as you can see on your report. So what we're telling the credit bureaus to do is to reinvestigate the completeness and accuracy. And here's what they're supposed to do based off of 15 USC 1681I5, all right? They're supposed to update it. They're supposed to modify it. They're supposed to correct it. They're supposed to make sure everything is complete and accurate based off of 15 USC 1681 EB, all right? They're supposed to do all that, but most likely they're not. But we're telling the credit bureaus to do that. Now, it's their job to make sure everything is complete and accurate. Just send that letter certified, add 2 forms of identification, and then wait. Here's the timeline. They have 30 days to do an investigation based off the law, and they have 5 additional days to send you the results of that investigation based on the law, all right? So here's what we want to do in between time, all right? Make sure you add a reminder to be on the lookout for those investigation results. But in between time, what you want to be doing is, hey, if you don't have no positive accounts on your credit report, you want to start adding some positive accounts on your credit report. You can go to Rent Reporters, you can go to Boom Pay, you can go Self, Credit Strong. There are multiple places you can go to start adding some positive accounts, but most importantly, go to a local credit union and ask about their credit builder programs, and they should tell you some of the programs they have, all right? Start creating a relationship. Now, if you do have some open accounts on your credit report, you want to make sure you're paying down your credit card debt and make sure they reported everything correctly, because as you can see, they report inaccurate information. So on those open accounts, what you want to be doing is checking the payment status, checking to see if they're reporting the correct balance, check to see if they're reporting the correct utilization, check to see if they're reporting if you're at 0% utilization, make sure they're reporting that correctly, because if they aren't, you're missing out on some points. So just make sure, check everything, because you already know the credit bureaus don't do a good job. So just make sure everything is complete and accurate on your open accounts. So once you get your results back from the investigation, 2 things typically happen, all right? The first thing is you got your account deleted, turn up. The second thing is everything is verified. Now, we know that they didn't really conduct an investigation. So here's what you need to do. We're going to do everything based off the law, right? You want to go to 15 USC 1681I7. Now, what you want to do is create a letter. Just create a letter and send it to whoever you responded back to, either TransUnion, Experian, or Equifax, and ask them, can you provide me the description on how you verify this specific account? All right. So list all those paid collection and ask them to provide you a description. And what typically they're supposed to do is provide you a description on how they verified it in 15 days. All right. They're supposed to provide you a description of what happened in 15 days. Now, typically, they're not going to respond back in 15 days, which is a violation of 15 USC 1681 I-7, all right? And they also, if you go back and look at your report and compare your report from this month compared to last month, they're supposed to update it according to 15 USC 1681 I-5. They're supposed to update it, they're supposed to modify it, they're supposed to correct it. But most importantly, they probably didn't update, correct, they didn't do nothing. So you want to look at that to see if they did, and if they didn't, violation, all right? And I'm about to show you how to draft up a complaint on how they violated your rights so we can get this account deleted from your credit report.
Now it was time to submit another complaint. Of course, you already know the credit bureaus like to act crazy. So here's what you want to do. You want to click on credit reporting, all right? Now, once you're on credit reporting, now you want to scroll all the way down to the bottom and go to credit reporting again and click on next. What you want to do is click on problem with company's investigation into existing problem, all right? Which best describes your problem? Their investigation did not fix an error on your report. Have you tried to fix this? Yes. Did you request information from the company? No. Click on next. So remember, we're only going to be talking to the specific credit bureau who we're addressing this to, all right? The reason why is because if we're talking to Experian and TransUnion don't have pay collections, we don't want to send this to TransUnion, or we don't want to send this to Equifax, all right? You just want to be addressing to the person that responded back to us with an investigation, all right? So we're just basing this off of whoever we're talking to. So if we're talking to Experian, just address it to Experian and then create a different complaint talking to TransUnion or vice versa, Equifax, all right? I looked at my report on November 1st, 2023. I noticed some things were reported incorrectly. I sent the letter to Experian asking them to reinvestigate the completeness and accuracy of my accounts. And here's my tracking number 1234. However, I waited the required amount of time. They said everything was 100% correct. I asked them how and send me the description of the investigation, based on 15 USC 1681 I-7. They did not provide that, which is a violation of 15 USC 1681 I-7. They also violated 15 USC 1681 5. They also violated 15 USC 1681 EB. This does not make any sense to me. All right. And then what you want to do is what's a fair resolution? And basically what we want to type for our fair resolution is delete whatever collection you're talking about. So delete Midland, whatever collection, just put the name of the collection, put the account number. And then due to violation of 15 USC 1681 5, 15 USC 1681 S-2, 15 USC 1681 EB, 15 USC 1681 I-7. And then attach the letter. Make sure you only attach the letter that who we're complaining against. All right. So it's Experian, TransUnion, Equifax. Just type, attach the specific letter or whatever you sent. The first letter you sent on whatever date, and then a second letter asking them for their reinvestigation or the description of the the description that they're supposed to provide you. Just attach those two things and then click on next as well. Now, once you put the company who you're talking to, so we're talking to Experian right now, and then we're looking for Experian Information Solutions. Make sure you put social, name as appears on your credit report, date of birth. Make sure you're inputting all the information. Do you want to complain with another company? Yes or no? You want to put no, then click on next. Verify, make sure everything is 100% correct, and just wait.
I know that was a lot of information, and you probably have other negative accounts or other things that's holding your credit score back. That's the reason why I created this playbook. It goes more in detail, step by step on how to knock the credit bureaus out so the banks can be begging for your services. It's free. All you got to do is just cover shipping. It's my gift to you, and thank you again for watching.